Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
What's up?
Yeah. What's happening?
I went paintballing all day today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was free-balling.
What's that?
It's not wearing underpants.
Nice.
Yeah. Wore shorts with no underpants.
Feels good?
Felt nice.
Nice.
And then you know what I did? When it was finally time to go out of the house? Yeah, Drew.
Cheers.
Whacked the mic with his mug. When it was time for me to go out of the house, I left the shorts on that I was free-balling in and pulled the pants over the shorts.
That's a nice trick.
Thus making them my underpants.
Yes.
Yes.
You've been wearing your underpants all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
My de factoid underpants.
Huh.
All right. Hey, so what'd you do with the paintball?
Just lots of paintball all day. My kid's buddy had a birthday party, and I thought, I'm going to go do this with them.
Yeah. A good time?
It was a good time.
Did you get shot?
Oh yeah. I got marks and stuff.
Leave your shirt on, please.
We'll show you.
Ooh, got shot in the elbow. Yeah, here's the thing about Drew. He's lily white, and he's hairless. So, you know, when he's like, he gets bruised. It's like a red wine being dropped on white carpeting. It really shows. You know what I mean?
My kids look like they've been beaten.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Hope someone turns them into Child Protective Services. Yeah, it's good. It's good to shoot people, you know? I mean, with the paintball.
You know, it's a good thing. It's amazing.
It's a good time.
It's amazing what happens to males, particularly young males, in the face of harm.
Yeah,
they
adrenaline.
But they get together. They immediately form a team. And and everyone's strengths and weaknesses are immediately evident.
Yeah.
There's a leader that emerges, and it just takes 3 mines, pow, so you know who everybody is.
Women would just start shooting at each other.
Wild.
Trying to F each other's boyfriends. Yeah. All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Just filled up with gas on the way over here tonight. In a bad part of town, by the way.
But with a helpful agent there at the window.
Oh,
yes.
Bright-eyed, blonde, college kid, must have been Ivy League.
Could you see him
probably
across the
2021, out wanting to put a spit shine on my tires, topping off the fluids. Oh, no, wait a minute. It was a super angry Korean guy between 9 inches of bulletproof glass. And by the way, that thing you talked to him through now, it somehow no longer functions, so the final indignity is in place, which is you having to talk through the drawer opening.
You went to this one over in La Cienega here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now by the freeway?
The mobile.
Yes.
Yeah, now bent over.
That guy's there every night.
It's like this.
And God forbid you went to put him through the indignity of asking for something in the store that he was standing in the middle of.
I bought a quart of milk.
Okay.
I bought a quart of milk.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you. That's what I did. I bought milk.
Just to make him open the door and push it through?
It's hard to tell because the glass is fuzzy and it's dimly lit inside of there.
And you can't talk to the guy.
No, you can't tell. Well, here's the whole thing.
I couldn't tell if he could speak English, frankly, when I was trying to talk to him.
Let me explain something about Los Angeles. Most of the folks, and the survey just came in last week that more than half the people employed in Los Angeles are functionally illiterate, meaning they can't read a bus schedule or whatever. At gas stations, it's got to be well into the 90s. And you wouldn't know if these people understood you if you were at a party with them. Now you add the 7 inches of Lexan in between the two of you, and their frozen grouper with a poker face. It's like somebody just shot him up with Botox or something. They just stand. So it's like, hi.
Yeah, no move.
Yeah, so now you're talking, and you're not sure if they hear you, so you got to do that thing where you stuff your head down in the drawer, but the drawer, you got to wait for, the tide of the drawer to roll out so you can talk, because when the tide comes back in, it closes
Be clear
again.
about it. There's a drawer that reaches out to get your money, and then slides it back in.
Yes, they always insultingly want the 75 cents for the Snicker bars before they'll slide it through you. True? Yeah. You got a $50,000 car over there, a 40-year-old guy. Yeah, I'm going to grab the Snicker bar and start laughing like a maniac while you report my license plate to the cops. Yeah, that's my plan. That's how I bought the car. I stole thousands of Snicker bars from people, unsuspecting yet trusting foreigners just like you. So you got that thing where you put, now your head's down in the drawer. Could I, and you can't get too specific now. I needed milk, but forget about the skim or the 2%.
No.
It's just, you have milk, and the guy kind of gave me that. He gave me that. Now I got to leave my post look.
Didn't he give you the lock thing?
He gave me the. I was thinking about it. He gave me the. He just gave me that. He was broke. Clearly, there was nothing going on. But there was nobody in the place. I didn't even know it was open. He was probably playing a solitaire video poker for the last 3 hours. He went around, got the milk, said it was a price that I couldn't understand, so I gave him $2, which was probably more than this pint of milk was worth. And then I went back to my car. Car wasn't even halfway done fueling, and here's my point. Can't we figure this out where gas stations all sort of pump about the same speed? Because some of them, pow. And then others, you're just standing there, and it's just like, and usually you're on your way somewhere. For me, I'm going to work. Of course, I'm normally only here 4 minutes before the show starts.
4 minutes.
3-4 minutes before the show starts. So I'm like, and then at a certain point, it's like, you know how much your car holds?
Yeah.
And it holds 16 gallons, and you're like 12 and a half, and you're thinking, I think I'm going to pack it in. I'm going to pack it in. And then you go, no, ride it out, because you'll just be back that much faster. And then you think busy work. Yeah, I wonder if there's something in my ashtray that needs cleaning, or maybe I'll find a squeegee, and no squeegees. So you start. There really should be some video poker there, or something you could do.
Interesting.
Some ring toss or something.
Nice.
Some are really slow,
yes.
And there's nothing to do but stand there and look at the thing go around.
And of course, I began to think to myself, I began to make excuses for the gas station. Well, the price of gas is so high that it has a limiting factor of how fast the dollar thing can go around, the dollar gauge.
No.
Therefore, we can't pump it any faster.
Some are just fast and some are slow.
Yes,
and if you go to a slow one, it'll wreck you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the dicey neighborhood and there's no one around, and the only guy who's going to offer any assistance at all will be hiding. But by the way, once the guy's done putting the bullet in you and fleeing, he'll be the first guy to get the cash out of your wallet before the cops. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
There's something weird about being alone in an open space in a bad neighborhood, and you have a foreigner hiding in a shark cage.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like, here's the thing. I would
Popemobile.
rather be out in the open ocean alone than be out in the open ocean with a guy 10 feet away in a shark cage. That makes me more nervous. Like, I feel more vulnerable.
That's
alone,
right.
I don't think about the sharks.
It's true.
He's in the shark cage. Now I'm going, why is he in that cage? What's he doing in that cage? Now
he looks pretty
freaked out.
comfortable. It's like,
Well,
maybe I should be in there.
I had to wake him up to get the milk. All right. Is it the light? Oh, please, everyone, just please, everyone, I know millions of you move out to Los Angeles every year. Please, and I know, fame, stardom, it's 70 degrees year-round. Please be prepared to be abused at the gas station. That's all I'm saying. No, it's not going to be that smiley-faced kid with the wind-up beanie asking if you want to use the bathroom or if you need some blue-chip trading stamps. Be prepared for the stink eye of a foreigner. Carolyn, do they have those anymore, Drew?
Oh, my God.
I imagine they do.
Thankfully not.
Carolyn, you're 22.
Yes.
What's up?
I've been seeing a married man for, 3 years now, and he's, twice my age. He's 44. We've been together for a while. He's been on and off, so we break up, because I guess throw a hissy fit because he always tells me I don't know to the question as far as, what he wants out of the relationship or where.
Have you freaked out and threatened to tell his wife?
No. I wouldn't do that. I feel like I'd ruin his life or something.
By the way, did she tell us he was married?
She did.
She told me he was married. I was on the phone talking to him while he was at work, and I was on the internet at the same time, and his name came up on my Yahoo Messenger, and she was pretending to be him.
Ooh.
But I was on the phone with him at the same time, so I told him I'd call him back.
Is that a near call, near miss? Imagine him right at that moment.
Wow.
Well, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I hung up.
Why didn't you tell him?
Because I thought it was one of his goofy friends on his email.
So,
Carolyn, here's the...
Wait a minute. What happened? Hold on a second, Drew.
Yeah.
What happened with that exchange?
Well, I guess she was pretending to be him for a while. No, this isn't one of his friends. This is me. Whatever, all the stuff. And then she said, "Well, who is this?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And then, whatever. She said, "Well, this is his wife," and da da da. And so I gave her my phone number because I didn't believe her at first, and then I found out that it really was his wife.
So she talked to you?
Did she call you?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What'd she say?
That she was his wife. They've been married for like 11 years, and da 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 da.
And who were you to her as far as the wife was concerned?
I was whatever. I said I had been dating him, da da da, but I didn't do anything with him, which was true at the time. I wasn't doing anything with him.
So she probably, and no doubt this isn't the first time he's done this, by the way, Carolyn.
No, it was his first time. She was a little concerned about it herself, and she threatened to leave him and divorce him. But then
that guy doesn't exist.
What guy doesn't exist?
The guy
first time?
Yeah, no, the guy who leaves his wife for the girlfriend. It just doesn't happen.
Nah, not really.
Unless she absolutely freaks out and leaves immediately, but he never leaves her.
Yeah.
It'll never happen.
All right. So, now it's lucky, by the way, you were talking to the guy. Otherwise, you would have thought it was him. He could have gotten to some dirty talk, right?
I don't know. It was just messed up, the whole situation.
All right. Listen, hold on. Quiet down, Brainiac. What's the matter? Are you drunk or stoned, or what's up with you?
Oh, no. I'm, like, really tired. I worked 8 hours, and I have, like, insomnia.
Don't call the show, then. Don't call the show if you're that tired.
Well, she's just not tracking all that. This is just her baseline.
I don't know if she's tired or she's slow.
I'm not
what's
slow.
Up? Okay, well, let's get it together then.
Okay.
This guy's a bad match for you. Why don't you find a nice guy?
Matt is a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a cheater.
No matter what he says, even the guy who says, "I'm going to leave tomorrow," this guy won't even tell you that he's going to leave his wife. Doesn't even tell you there is a wife.
Yeah, and by the way, his wife is hanging out while you guys consummate your relationship. I mean, you want to talk about huevos. His mom was on to her before they even did anything.
His wife.
I'm sorry, his wife was on to her before they even did anything.
And he kept going.
They just kept going.
Yeah, this guy's
He's an ass.
An a-hole.
All right. Listen, Carolyn.
This is not a relationship, Carolyn. For some reason, you need to be with guys that are not available. We could go through the usual questions with you.
Get some therapy.
Yeah.
Break up with this guy. And kick your dad in the nuts next time you see him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
Right.
All right.
That's the point.
Well, there you go. Now this guy's unavailable daddy. Can you snap out of it?
I'm going to therapy.
Good.
All right, good.
Hopefully it'll get you out of this cycle you're in, because this is a horrible situation for you.
All right, everybody, let's go.
Come on,
let's get
break it
together
down.
now. Okay, your dad abandoned you. Now you got to get with the abandoning guy or unavailable guy.
Horrible.
Twice your age.
Ugh.
He's a piece of work. He's got his wife. His wife's calling. Oh, my God. People going through their life pretending,
How do you do that?
I don't... Listen, I don't know.
How do you have the energy for that?
I don't have the energy to cheat.
Impossible.
It's too much. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why you would want to create
that kind of chaos.
Yeah, it's sort of. I mean, look, okay, if some hot chick you want to get laid, fine. But this guy seems like he's just creating some sort of fantasy environment.
No way. That's the only one, too.
Oh, really?
No way.
You say that every time, Jennifer.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
You're 8 months pregnant.
Yep.
What's up?
No, he's whining about me. He thinks I'm not able to have sex, and it's ticking me off.
Your boyfriend?
Yes.
Is your husband?
No, God no.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, please.
I would only allow him to father my.
No,
I'd only allow them to father my child. I would never marry
No,
him.
he's not even the father of my child.
That's
I know, that's...
Hold on a second. How dare you even insinuate that the man she's with at 8 months...
At 17.
At 17 would be the
I
would
am
sire her
sorely
child.
mistaken. I beg your pardon, Your Royal Highness.
Drew, I'll tell you. You've really crossed the line this time.
I'm telling you, I've lost my drawing room demeanor.
Please, let's just put that ugliness behind us.
I beg your pardon.
Wow. Jennifer?
Yeah?
I'm sorry for my partner.
I know it doesn't make me look very good.
No, it doesn't.
No,
So what's
because
up?
the dad doesn't want him.
Well, I mean, if you're,
Oh,
if you're
all
a
right.
cat, maybe.
I'm on my own.
You're on your own, except for you're with a new guy already.
Yeah, which I've been with him since I was 3 months?
Oh.
Oh, well, that's different.
4 months?
That's totally different. Totally
That's
different.
got to be awesome when you're marking your relationships by the trimester that your child is in. It's like, well, no, Ted, I went out with Ted from 2.5 months all the way into the second trimester.
He missed most of the morning sickness.
He missed most of it. And then Brian, I met at the 6-month mark, saw him through it about 8 months.
And I know that's a little weird because I was showing and all that. I know that might me look good.
And then Ronnie, I met from 8 months, and he was actually there.
He's complaining.
He was actually there during the birth.
Trying to have intercourse.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, you got a new guy.
Yeah.
He thinks your pregnancy is an excuse. You're using it as an excuse not to have sex.
No, he's using it as an excuse, not me.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to have sex?
No.
Well, you see, first off, how old is he?
He's 21.
21.
A criminal,
Well, we have before.
Okay,
I don't like his virginity.
Okay.
Well, that makes him not a criminal, I guess.
Where did you go to finishing school, Jennifer?
I'm at West Auburn right now, finishing my senior year.
Oh, you're at West Fairman?
West
Okay.
Auburn, yeah.
West Fairman. All right. Here's the point. You there?
Yeah.
Who's yelling?
He's
Who's
hearing
yelling?
this on the radio.
Okay.
He's now yelling.
Okay, here's what I want to say. It can be weird for guys.
Yeah,
And by the way, 21-year-old guys aren't supposed to have sex with 17-year-old. I hope he hears
Actually, in the
that.
state of Washington, it's 4 years, so it is legal.
I thought it was 3 years.
Nope, it's 4. I asked the cop.
All right. And, all right. I'm talking cosmically. Guys that are supposed to be juniors in college aren't supposed to be banging.
Juniors in high school.
Yeah, but anyway.
Juniors.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Seniors. Just seniors.
Well, you meant junior for him in college, too.
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
That's even funnier.
Here's the thing. He doesn't want to have sex with you most likely because that thing in your stomach isn't his.
It's freaking him
and
out,
it's
too.
another person. And not only is it another person, it's half the last guy that was banging you.
None of that. It's a lot of guys. There's some guys that like the pregnant state. Some are shut down. And one of the one of the many jokes that God plays is that makes women very interested in sex during that last trimester.
Yeah.
They're into it. That's one of their most aroused time.
Even a guy.
What was he
Well,
thinking?
that's good
What was he
because
thinking?
Drew's a man of exquisite passion.
Yeah, I don't let much get in the way.
No, he does not. But here's the thing. Okay, let's try to figure out percentage-wise. What percentage of guys are into a pregnant woman? I mean, into their pregnant woman. I don't mean just cruising the internet.
30? Well, wait, but
okay,
there's into and then tolerate.
Okay, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Let's just start at 100% with their woman not pregnant.
Okay.
Now their woman is pregnant, and it's not going to make any discernible difference in their sex life for the guy.
Oh, who's that going to be?
Yeah, what percentage of that? I'm going to write a number down.
Up 60. Well, I'm saying again, within that is some guys that are into it.
No. Within that, these are the guys that aren't going to let it affect them one way or the other.
30%.
30%?
I think it's probably 40. I think it's like 20, 40, 30. I
Really?
think 20 are into it, 40 couldn't care less, and 30 are gone.
Now, see, I had like 68% are just going to move forward.
40. That was my 40. All right.
No. You said 30 or something.
Well, I said change it to 40. I said 20, 40,
most
30.
guys are going to just move forward.
20, 40, 40.
They're not going to be freaked out. I mean, I don't know. When it starts coming into the last weeks or months, maybe. But,
Yeah.
I mean, most guys are just,
Okay.
they're just
I thought
moving forward.
I thought it'd be less than that, but all right.
Well, maybe it is. Okay. Most guys just going to move forward.
Yeah.
Until you get into the last.
That's the biggest
last
category.
weeks.
I agree with that.
Right. And then you got your freaked out, I ain't touching her.
Which is about probably 20, 30%, I bet you.
Yeah,
I bet
maybe
you.
20%.
Yeah,
and then
about the same size.
And then you got that I'm really digging at 20%.
Right.
Now,
That's what I put it.
here's the point, though. When it's someone else's kid,
Yeah, that's what.
those numbers really get bad now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I
And
don't care if
then
they
there's
shrinks.
a weird subgroup in there that you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
If you're really into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
So, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Okay, so it isn't the guy's kid, and I would reckon that that's an issue.
Should I
Okay.
explain to him the whole entire thing? Should I explain?
All right.
No, yeah, while we're on the radio here waiting for you.
Yeah,
sure.
listen, just
Yeah, sit down at a
go
table.
spit out a kid and don't come to California, please. And please don't let this idiot get you pregnant. Could you just do that?
Breastfeed for a couple of years. That may
Years.
decrease the risk.
Years and years. Please, everyone, just quit spitting the kids out. Could we do that? Just slow that down just a little bit. Just stop cranking out those kids. You're not fit to be a parent at 17. And the ones that are getting pregnant at 17 are 12 emotionally.
Oh, if they're lucky.
I mean, look, if I could pick a chick who wasn't pregnant at 17, she would be a better mother than the ones who are getting pregnant at 17. Ironically, it's not just your average 17-year-old.
It's the one least suited.
It's the one who's least suited to do it, of course. That's I don't know what sort of retarded cosmic plan that is, but we got the least suited people being the most parents at the earliest age. Think about this population we're going to create.
What was God thinking about? Once again,
Yeah, I mean,
what's the joke?
You're being raised by an idiot 17-year-old, not just the 17-year-old, a below average 17-year-old.
It doesn't have to be intellectually below average. It's the emotional development that means everything. So,
all right, and got an election coming up. Nothing. Nothing.
oh no.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Well, we got to get those pharmaceuticals, so we can't let people buy them from Canada.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's huge. That's huge. And what else? Well, the war record. Of course, Bush. I mean,
Bush
those,
and
Kerry. Those papers, we got some papers that say Bush was in the National Guard for 2 years, but then it says someone here said he was discharged. But okay, listen, everybody. Here's how it works. Your dad is a heavy hitter.
President of the United States.
Well, not at the time.
The head of the CIA.
Okay.
Better yet.
You graduate Yale, and you're heading for the jungles of Southeast Asia. Your dad jumps in, makes a phone call, and says, hey, instead of my boy heading into Da Nang, how about we send him out to Crawford, Texas there, and he learns to fly the F-104 for a few years. That's how it works. That's how it always works. That's, by the way, why you want to make money in life.
Why you want to be the head of the CIA.
No,
whatever.
that's why you just want to have juice.
Yeah,
that's just
of
called
any kind of
juice.
juice, yeah.
That's the United States. That's why you come here.
Right.
You understand? You come here, and instead of complaining about, well, why did he get to go to, just go get your juice and get your son out of Nam. That's how it goes. I don't say it's a noble thing. I don't think guys know Pat Tillman, but on the other hand, if I was just graduated, first off, your dad would have done the same thing for you.
I would just answer for my kids.
My dad would have done the same thing for you. He wouldn't have done for me. I'm convinced of that.
Well, if he would have done it for me, he would have done it for you.
You've got two boys.
Yeah.
The idea of them heading over to Vietnam.
I would do anything I could to just get in the way of that a little bit.
Yeah,
you'd do whatever.
And you know a guy who's runs things over at the Air National Guard over in Pasadena or something.
Yeah.
You're on the phone.
You wouldn't say discharge him. You say, hey, is there any way we can keep him out of a little bit, something, anything?
You just try to get him. Keep him stateside. Well, and also there's a certain amount of people that are going over there, and a certain amount of people that are staying here. You're just trying to get. You're not saying send someone over there and kill him. You're just saying let's get my boy in the group that stays here. That's all right. Listen, I'm not condoning it, but I am saying, is it that big a deal? Is it anything that anyone else wouldn't have done for their kid, or that their kid wouldn't have accepted? If you were 21 or 22 and you just graduated college, you heard about people going to Vietnam and dying, and your dad says,
by the way, remember
I'm making a phone call?
What the attitude was like about Vietnam that people forget. That was considered sort of unpatriotic to go to Vietnam. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, go over there and kill some babies?
Yeah.
Sure. Spread a little napalm on an innocent village. Yeah, your dad's gonna make a phone call. That's the first thing he'd do is like, yeah, thanks,
people would
Bob.
do anything to get out of that.
Of course, the rest of the country went to Canada. All right. All I'm saying is let's focus on the teens cranking out the retarded kids. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a little break, and we'll be right back after this. Hey everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191er. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Tell you what. You ready to get it on?
Yeah.
Get it on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Paintball. Oh.
Yeah, get it on. Hello. Yeah. Woo. Little traffic and weather coming up. Slow going on the 405. Look out for brake lights.
Today.
Traffic and lanes.
Hey, Ace, I came around the on-ramp to the 110 off of the 5 there, when it whoops around Griffith Park by Stadium Way. Guy pushing his car from behind.
Yeah, slow and go. Look out for Look out for idiots in lanes.
It's a one-lane freeway on-ramp, people whipping around the corner 55 miles an hour.
Ugh.
Standing there with pushing his car.
Ugh.
And I felt horrible. I didn't go back and stop or something. Just put you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, listen, I made the mistake of going down around Hollywood Boulevard, which just turns into a huge jam-packed, fudge-packed cruising session on Friday night to see a movie, and people are heinous drivers in this town.
Yeah.
Just they don't go for the signals. They just sit there. Oh, it's like the humanity. What can we do? All right, Drew. All right, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, I started getting into it, and then I realized everyone I know, with the exception of Drew, is a horrible driver.
But they don't drive.
I can't drive with my dad.
Jimmy, what's up with him? What's up with that?
Jimmy's a horrible driver.
And the rest of the guys that
Daniel's a horrible driver.
And all the guys working the show don't have cars.
Everyone in comedy is a horrible driver. I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Something about being funny that makes you bad behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I think it's actually
it's a biological thing.
Let me clarify that. There's something about being funny that makes you bad at everything except for being funny.
And see, I'm good at a lot of stuff.
No,
not funny. Not funny.
Not funny.
It's nice.
No. Well, one of the things you're not good at, Drew, is being funny, though.
But that's the point. I trade it out.
Yeah.
By being not funny, I get a chance to be good at
What are you good at? Well, okay, you sing some opera. Yeah, that's all right. Speak some languages.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good with the spelling and whatnot. Got the doctory thing. Got the medicine thing going.
Drive right. Drive good.
You do drive well. You drive hard. You drive aggressive. I like that. He drives angry. Drives with passion. Lets his penis do the driving. Yeah. All right. That's good. Jen?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Yes.
What's up?
Yeah, I can't orgasm, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never been able to?
No.
And you're 17?
Yes.
All right.
That would be normal.
Done taking that call for this week.
Yeah, that would be
I don't want to talk to any more 17-year-olds that can't orgasm.
Females.
Females.
A male will be a novelty.
I'll
Novelty.
talk to.
By the way, if that guy exists, he should call the show because he doesn't exist. And if you wonder about
you find me a male that can't orgasm in high school, I'll show you a guy with a
gender reassignment
corn nut that's been wedged in his urethra and he didn't know it.
Yes, absolutely. Or either that or gender reassignment, something like that. But listen, this is, if you want to know anything about the biological difference between men and women, just look at this one issue. There is not a 17-year-old male that walks the planet that doesn't have orgasms. 17-year-old female usually does not have orgasms.
Right.
Regardless of the circumstances in which they're raised.
Yeah. All right. Done with that question, phone screener, Brian. Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're 16. What's up?
Yeah. Adam, I just want to say I love you, man. You're awesome. You're an idol.
Thanks,
Drew,
buddy.
you're awesome, dude. And Anderson, you do not get nearly enough recognition as you should, man.
That's true. I saw Anderson yesterday. He's got a mohawk now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. He's got his hair cut real short, and he dyed it all black, except for the mohawk, which is blonde.
Wow. Fantastic. That's going to help him on his next job.
Nice.
He's got job interview times coming up.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, basically, I guess, I don't know if they're really man boobs. I was just wondering what I can do to basically get rid of them, or, like, I don't know.
If they're not man boobs, what do you want to get rid of?
Well, like, I went to my doctor, and they said, like, there's, like, I think it's gynecomastia or something.
Gynecomastia, yes, that occurs right around your age, typically.
Okay.
And sometimes it goes away, and sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to make it go away faster, or to do anything to make them smaller?
Keep your weight down, exercise, that sort of thing. That's about it.
If you're not fat, then you just got it.
Yeah. It's a response to estrogen produced basically by your adrenal glands, but just around the time testosterone's turning on.
Let me explain something, everybody. It's all genetic. You got man boobs, genetic. You got big triceps, genetic. You got big calves, genetic.
And so if
your
you-
hair falls out,
Yeah.
genetic. You got double chin, genetic. You got big cans in a small waist, genetic. You got blue eyes, genetic.
But-
Genetic.
There are things you can do, though, to deal with this.
Yeah, in this case.
Yeah, well, in many cases, but it's not something simple like, yes, take more fish oil. No.
No,
It's the knife.
I'm just saying our society is dying to make everyone believe that there's something we can do about your weight, and there's something you can do about your double chins and your balding head and your love handles and your whatever it is, whatever you got. And here's the thing, not really. Not really. I mean, not within reason. If you're fat, you're fat. And we dig into fat people. It's all slob. Oh, have some respect. You take a look at most like fat teenagers, and you see pictures of them when they were 5, they were fat. You know what I mean? And then there's kids that are just bone skinny, and all kids eat garbage. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They all run around and they eat a bunch of hot dogs and fish sticks and all the French fries, and they dip everything in ketchup. And some are roly-poly, and some aren't. I mean, you see those kids, by the way. You see these 9-year-olds with these 10-gallon heads on them. You're like, uh-oh. I mean, I see kids walking around, just that big old bucket head. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, the kid's in the 2nd grade. He's already got a 10-gallon cabeza. And I'm like, oh, man. He could stop eating right now. His head would be the size of Dan Blocker's. That was Hoss. Remember Hoss?
Was that his name?
Dan Blocker was the actor who played Hoss in Bonanza. He would have a Hoss-sized head. He could stop. He's in the 2nd grade now. He could stop eating from now until his senior year of high school. He still have a big head.
Yep. Yeah.
And then there's a kid who's got the nice clef and the blue eyes and the pointy cheeks, and he doesn't have the bump in the nose, and everyone wants to know what his secret is. Oh, what is your secret? What did you do?
Well, particularly pertains to the body. Not so much the face, but the body. Everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
You must be doing something. You must work out a lot.
Yeah.
Cindy Crawford, you must have worked out like crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, she's so much more disciplined than all those fat, ugly chicks. They're lazy. We just had to turn them into martyrs. We really did. And now fat people got all the stuff we wanted to give to the various races. Yeah. That's the whole thing. There's a certain amount of energy people have as human beings that wants to just unload on all
scapegoating.
Yes, it started off by throwing people into a volcano.
Yeah. That's right. That's exactly right.
And it starts off with, it's what you see in other lands when they're blowing up Israelis and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's all we want to do as humans is, this is the reason why this happened, and this person needs to be punished, and that's all we do. Here in the United States, we've cleaned it up to the point where we can't do anything against other nationalities, other religions, and other races anymore, which was, I'm not arguing a good thing, but a very natural thing for people to do, evidently, because they've always done it.
Well, some people actually believe that this scapegoating mechanism generates a community.
It's certainly good for
ties people together, right?
Good for Pollock jokes.
Well, it ties a group together against the one, whatever.
Yes, it's what you do. It's why people are intrinsically attracted to sports, because all of a sudden you have a Yankee Stadium or Boston, and the places. Fenway Park is filled with 45 people that are all angry, bloodthirsty, and hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
And they've all banded together,
right.
And they found that common ground.
Yes, exactly.
And it feels so good to be surrounded by 50,000 like-minded idiots. By the way,
yeah,
okay. And I see it every day. I'm starting to put this theory together that there used to be we used to do this, and we'd lash out against different nationalities,
right.
and lash out against sexual proclivities, yes. And we attack the gays and the lesbians and the blacks and the Mexicans and the Chinese and all that. And now someone came around and said, no more of that. No more jokes, no more lynching, no more nothing. Just keep it cool. Only one left, fat people. And now we beat the crap out of them. Yeah. But fat people, if you think about it, I think fat people 50 years ago used to get, they got what was left. It was like, look, here's what we got to do. We got to go after, I'm a Boston fan, so I got to go after New York Yankees. And then, secondly, I'm white, so I got to go after the black and the Latino guys. And then I'm Protestant, so I got to make Jew jokes.
Catholic
and what's that?
And Catholic jokes.
And Catholic jokes. And I got to do that. And when I'm all done with that, I got a little left for you, Gordo. Lard ass, I got about 12% left for you after I'm done. And then what happened is everything else got shut down. Mm-hmm. Now it's all coming to you, fatty.
You're fat.
Yeah. Think about that.
Frank Anderson's back.
There's been more fat. I'll tell you, there's more. First off, that's the last group whose ass you can kick, by the way, if you think about it.
You're overweight.
I mean, you got to look at it this way. Everyone makes fun of... hold on, Anderson. No, you can't attack the Muslim.
You're not allowed to. No.
No, if that's what you're saying, I don't know.
No, but like Arabs seem to be pretty open to the French as well.
The French, Middle Easterners getting it now.
Yeah,
they're getting it a little bit, but still not considered something. There are certainly people speaking out against people behaving that way.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot of people speaking out against the way overweight people are ostracized.
No, it's like look, too popular and formerly overweight black people would be like Al Roker and Oprah, and in the past, 50 years ago, they would have focused on their color. Now they just focus on their fat. Not saying it's a better world. I'm saying if you think about that, we can still,
we still scapegoat.
Al Roker is a fat black weatherman. We focus solely on his fat.
Yeah.
Why? That's not taboo. Obviously, you couldn't focus on the skin color. And I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Drew?
Yes.
So it's all a bunch of Al Roker fat jokes. So fat is the last. That's all we got left. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Thank God everyone's getting fat.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon we won't be able to. How are we going to work that?
Oh, you know who's getting it too? Midgets and dwarfs get it.
Oh,
they got hit a little harder too.
Interesting.
Fat people, midgets, and dwarfs both got hit a little harder once all the other avenues closed down.
You're right.
Thank you.
It's because of comedians. You're overweight.
All right, Drew, please. Don't you start, too. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dear friend Sarah Silverman will be in here tomorrow night in a legitimately bona fide funny broad. Yeah.
Every time I look at my vagina, I want to punch somebody.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Those are the kinds of pearls you're going to hear from the great Sarah Silverman in here tomorrow night. Then Dean Cain. Dean Cain, one of the nicest guys in television or in any other segment of society, be it manufacturing, durable goods, or making decorative boxes. Dean Cain would be the nicest. Yes?
Yeah, he's the nicest guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Rich Eisen is going to be in here from the NFL
And by the way,
Network.
isn't one of the reasons that Dean is so nice, he's supposed to be an a-hole? Isn't he sort of in that should be an a-hole category?
I think when you got the, speaking of genetic hand dealt to you, that Dean got.
And you're Superman.
Played Superman for many years. People assume that you don't think your own poo smells. As a matter of fact, I don't think my own poo smells, but frankly, that doesn't mean because that's not because I like myself. It's because I'm weird.
It just doesn't smell.
It smells like something. That's for damn sure. But I wouldn't hover over it like a seagull over a dumpster if I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think my Duke smells. I know it smells. I just don't think it smells bad. To me, it's good. Yes.
Yeah, maybe one of those, like a dog, you have all that extra sense of olfactory sense.
Oh.
You've gone past the bad smell into the lilac zone.
I had my dog throwing up on my new carpet tonight.
Oh, my God.
There's that
what
weird...
didn't happen in your house this weekend?
I know.
The garden okay?
I got a new dog, and the dog's great. And the dog, does the Duke outside, takes the leak outside, does everything good, but vomits maybe twice a week. And it's that kind of thing where there's nothing, it's a brand new house.
Chris doesn't like that.
I don't like it either. Believe you me, I don't like it. And the house, you don't, let me tell you something about pets, everybody. You think pee and you think poo, but you don't think vomit. Start thinking vomit.
Well, in your case, but usually not. You got to think, why vomit?
No. Here, yeah. Well,
What's he vomiting? Are you feeding him something wrong, or
I don't know. The like the cats will bring up that fur ball every once in a while.
Cats vomit.
Cats will bring up. Dogs will. Maybe I should look into it. Okay. The point is brand new carpet everywhere in the house, and I'm just in the other room and I hear that. And it's like, the dog's vomiting. Yeah. The dog's vomiting. And, of course, the dog... It's funny because obviously the dog is in a being traumatized, while he's sort of, bent over and convulsing a little bit.
The cats throw something up. Dogs vomit like they're reaching into the stomach and pulling something out. It's like they're working it out.
Weird. Yeah, it's volitional. They're trying to ruin the carpet. I mean, it's obviously it's not like they drank a case of Heineken or ate some bad Mexican food or anything. They're just pulling bile up and dumping it on your nice new carpet. Weird foamy stuff.
But that foamy stuff is never like blah. It's always
I know.
They got to work it up through the esophagus.
I know, and the dog
millimeter by millimeter.
That's what you would do. It's like, well, I'm out of Whiz and I'm out of Duke, but I got to ruin this guy's carpet. What should I do?
I know.
It's like the guy's trying to hawk the loogie, but there's no loogie.
Yep.
That guy. So the dog's doing that. I'm running for the dog. Now the dog's weird because it's in that prone position. And you feel weird about grabbing the dog, and it's a time bomb.
Usually you put stuff under it.
That's the thing. Yeah, you end up grabbing some kitchen towel or rag or something. You slide, but inevitably the dog turns the head a little, that throws up right all over the carpet. Chasing the dog around with the thing, and for Christ's sake.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
Bring it down.
Let's get it together now, huh? Let's break it down.
Talk to Joe.
Joe.
Hello?
Joe's 22.
You're 22. What's up?
Yeah, you said you wanted to talk to the guy that couldn't get off?
Yeah, we talked to a guy who could not masturbate and have an orgasm. Could not. Ever.
No,
ever?
not ever.
Okay, not ever. But sometimes not.
Hold on. Shush up, Drew. We didn't say
not.
ever.
No, we said some women can't
Shush up. How much time, how often, what's your average? If you beat off 10 times sober, how often do you have an orgasm?
I'm going to say about 8.
80% of the time.
Listen,
the women are zero.
I'm calling because you guys, what about 80%? All right. So listen, 2 times out of 10, you lose think interest about your dead grandma, and something catches you, and you get
the
distracted.
Point is, very frequently, 17-year-old females cannot ever have an orgasm, no matter what they do. You don't find that guy. He doesn't exist. That was my point. Yeah. That guy does not exist.
Joe's as close.
Joe's close to 8 out of 10.
And by the way, that's his estimate when he's calling a radio show to make a point.
Right.
It's probably more like once out every 30 times it happens. Right. And then, and why does that happen, by the way?
Meds, depression. He's one of the guys that takes a long time, loses interest, been doing it too frequently. That's why.
What? I don't want to talk to Jamie.
No. Yeah, Jamie. Okay, Fred.
He's fat by choice. Fred?
Yeah, this is Fred.
19?
19.
Fat by choice.
Fat by choice, yeah.
How tall are you?
What's that?
How tall are you?
I'm about 5'7".
And how much do you weigh?
Probably somewhere around 250, 260.
Mm-hmm.
You're fat.
We know.
I'm a pretty big guy, yeah.
And you eat poorly, and you don't exercise.
Well, this is the thing. I do exercise to a point only where I don't get sick of it, which isn't very often. But I tend to eat quite a bit.
So you're fat by choice.
I'm fat by choice. I just wanted to comment on the whole ostracizing thing you guys were talking about earlier. The hatred for the fat community.
Yeah,
and all I'm saying is we have ostracized races in the past, and this much is true, but they didn't have a choice in being, black, Jewish, or anything else. So it was wrong of us to do so. The fact of the matter is, I could get my ass on a treadmill and not be a fat guy.
You're fat.
I'm just a lazy bastard, and I accept it.
Well, this is the common argument when you compare, making fun of fat people to making fun of someone's race or religion or something like that. And by the way, here's the thing with the religion. I won't know what you are if you don't advertise. Take the ridiculous hat off and the payos and the beard and all this nonsense. Don't worry, you're not going to get made fun of. And you with the crazy guy and the cross the size of a hubcap. You guys, put the Bible down, shut your pie holes. No one will know what you are, idiots. Okay, that's with the religious folks. As far as the fatties go... Here's the thing. He's 19. He does a little bit of exercise, not much, and eats whatever he wants. He's a fat guy. First off, he's 5'7". It's easier to be fat when you're 5'7", and that's totally genetic, your height, by the way. Yeah. Number two, I grew up with a bunch of guys who I guarantee you did not eat more than or eat worse than, and they then mixed booze and drugs into that mixture and didn't have an ounce of body fat on them.
Right.
Why?
Genes.
You're 5'7", and you're fat. At 19 is your genes. Hey, if you got good genes, by the way, there's nothing you can do at 19 that's going to make you look bad with your shirt off.
Fred is sort of clinging to the idea that he could get it off if he wanted to.
Yeah.
The fact is he probably couldn't.
I'd like to see you, Fred. You're 19, you're 250, you're 5'7". I'd like to see you at 150. You're 5'7".
Not going to happen.
All right, buddy. Yeah, stop clinging to that dream. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. All right. A quick movie review, Drew.
Yeah?
Saw that Sky Captain movie.
Oh, yeah? How was it?
You don't need to see it.
Okay, good.
Everyone
saw it.
Everyone saw it?
It was a big thing this weekend.
Yeah. It was artistically interesting, but the story was crazy convoluted, somewhat nonsensical, and it just became a sort of exercise in masturbation, really, for itself. And by the way, people. Here's the question I always ask myself, or ask anyone I went to the movie with, even when people are walking out saying, "Oh no, that was pretty good," and I always say, "Did you care for a second what happened to either one of the people?" No, never cared. From the first 5 minutes in the movie, you don't care.
Just go and pick up a nice family flick like New York Minute.
Yeah, get New York Minute.
Pick that up.
Pick up New York Minute, out on DVD, starring the D-Man, Dr. Drew. Hey, that movie must be doing okay on DVD?
I think so.
There's people, that's the kind of thing they bring home to the kids,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You staying in touch with Ashley and Mary-Kate?
Nope.
Okay.
I've dinner with the director this weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
Become a friend.
Uh-huh. Dear friend?
Dear.
Jamie?
Hi.
You're 27?
I am.
You don't feel the spark or passion with your boyfriend anymore?
Well, it's not necessarily anymore. It's, I was listening to your show about 2 weeks ago. A guy called in and said he was doing these strange things with his girlfriend, and she'd been abused, and he wanted to know if he should stop doing those things. And you guys made a comment. You were saying that a lot of times the passion and desire that people want come from like the self-deprecating side of their personality, whether it's from their trauma or whatever. And I'm that cliche girl that you guys often talk about, the split home, the abusive father, didn't really know family until later on in life. And it's just, my question is that can you have a healthy relationship with that passion, or if you know that you kind of have a tainted past, should you choose to kind of steer away from relationships like that and just kind of settle for less exciting?
If you have overt abuse, if you are a sexual abuse survivor, if you've had really serious long-term childhood abuse, absolutely you should avoid that exciting relationship, because the exciting person is going to be somebody terribly abusive. If, on the other hand, you come from sort of a chaotic, confusing, broken family, that's something you can kind of work through. So you're not the cliche at all. In fact, you're not giving the specifics of somebody who absolutely must steer clear or should still steer clear.
Yeah, and if you don't couch it as settling for the other thing, because I think people do.
Right.
People blow smoke up each other's rectum. Tokai. by saying stuff like, why settle? Yeah. Why settle for this when this is where your passion lies? Yeah. Well, it's sort of like saying, why settle for an ordinary life when you can have one that involves methamphetamines?
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. It's not really settle.
Experience the real high.
Yeah. Go ahead and settle on sobriety, and go ahead and settle on health. Yeah. Yes, mental health.
Yes.
And then don't look at it as sort of copping out or settling.
And the fact is that while your expectation is that the passionate relationship is where you're going to find real renewal, some people you can, but for the most part, something more nourishing is found in what would be otherwise considered more boring.
Yes. All right. Let's, I don't want to talk to, is it Dana? Is Dana a dude? Dana's a dude.
No, it got to be a girl.
Dana?
Yes?
Girl. No. Dana the chick. What's happening?
Not much. Oh, on. Shut the hell up. Hello?
Hello? Oh,
Hi.
What's going on there, Dana?
I have a question for you guys.
All right. What is it?
Dana's been drinking a little bit.
Okay. Now, I'm, seeing this guy. I just met him. I'm at college, and I wanted to know, when would be a good time if I farted in front of him?
When?
You're fat. Guy.
What?
Depends on the guy, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. When is a good time for a chick to fart in front of the guy?
Yeah, are guys totally weirded out by that, or what should I do?
Depends on the guy, don't you think? 'Cause some guys, it gives them a license to join in.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're in a relationship where you haven't farted yet, that means the guy has wanted to fart at least 700 times, even if you're on the third date.
5 minutes into it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would love. Here's an experiment. Here's an experiment.
Right.
Let's just try this.
All right.
At the end of a first date.
Yes.
You're kissing, you're making out, you're on the doorstep. It's been a night of whining, dining. Maybe you saw a movie,
right.
Picked her up at 8 o'clock. It's now 1:30 in the morning.
5 hours.
You're making out on the stoop of her sorority house. If you blasted a fart at that point as a female, and then said to the guy, "If you got one in the chamber, squeeze the trigger. I'm fine with it." What percentage of guys fart there? I say it's well into the 80s.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and not only that, it's a 9-stager. It's yeah, because here's the thing. It's the 12 farts he would have normally let during that time period, mixed with the nerve gas and the surf and turf.
It's what he does the moment he closes the door to his car when he sits down.
Yeah,
it's his first order of business.
Yes. The first. I'll tell you.
Turn on the seat heater. Bring it on.
That is the seat heater, my friend. Oh, I got to tell you, Drew. I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
With shooting a man show bit, I think. What the hell? Yeah, did a man show bit in Vegas a few years ago. I had a bunch of writers. Whenever we would travel, be me and Jimmy, and then 10 other people that just wanted to go for some fun. Because of work, other because they just want to get drunk and have a good time. We ended up hooking up with some bachelorette party and, Jell-O shots and whatever.
Oh, my God.
That was a bit we were doing. But the point is one of the guys ends up hooking up with one of the chicks from the bachelorette party. And this guy turns out to be the guy who's staying in my room. Although I have a suite, so I got the bedroom and he's got the sofa, So hey, we crash out at 2 in the morning. I guess about 6 a.m. I hear, and I come home, I see they're spooning on the sofa. They're on this weird, lipstick-shaped sofa the whole night. Anyway, about 6 in the morning, she gets it together and hustles back to her side of the hotel to hook up, crash in her room.
Yeah.
I see this, he doesn't know I'm awake. I just wake up because I hear movement. I see him doing that thing where he's poking his seat, he's wearing a towel kind of thing. He's poking his head out of the door. Okay, no, I'll give you a call. Standing there, he's got his head out the door. The room's dark, the hallway's light. She's walking down the hall.
Clunk, the door shuts.
All of a sudden, the door shuts. It's like a 28-second fart. It's like, how sometimes you can do the 14-stepper, if you're jogging up some stairs. Yeah, this is like, and I just realized, yes, that's what happens. This is what happens. You go out. We ate Mexican that night with the bachelorette party. Did a bunch of Jaeger shots. The next thing you know, you're making out with some chick on a sofa, and you can't go anywhere for. I mean that right. I mean, you ate Mexican at 10:30 at night.
This guy didn't sleep all night. He was busy
It's just, yeah. He didn't let one fart. He let 29 farts go.
Did you just die laughing in bed?
Oh, I know. I was up. I was laughing like a maniac. But the point is I think a guy will respond with his own fart almost immediately after a woman farts at whatever stage of the.
Well, especially late in the evening. Late in the evening, that's the time to have him ring in.
Right. Right.
Oh my God.
All right. Now the more honest question,
and get her back on the phone.
Dana, yeah, and the double standard question is,
what if it stinks?
No. What?
Oh, that would suck. Yeah.
What is it? I'm putting her on hold because our line's bad. She got some joker laughing in the background. As a guy, it is certainly not a turn on when a woman farts. It's a
relief.
The best part about it. The best part about it is it's okay for you to fart,
right?
It's not like wow, ass. That's exciting.
No, but maybe she can join in the appreciation of his production.
Yeah, but
the woman has to be willing to do that if she's going down that road.
Most guys,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, most guys don't want to walk into the bathroom after their lady has screwed it up, right? I mean, as guys, aren't we a little less that way?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We're not as tolerant?
No. Oh, do the women have any choice?
About,
you know what I'm saying? About being more tolerant? They have to be.
Yeah, they have
flexible.
to be.
I mean,
yes, we're bigger producers.
Yeah.
But, okay, so here's the point.
But she has to, if she's going to do that early, she has to be willing to go down the road of enjoying what he produces with him.
Right.
With him, I say.
Yes. All right. Listen, I work with guys, Jimmy's cousin Sal, Jimmy himself, another guy, Tony, guys that are just devastating from an anal standpoint. I mean, these guys destroy a large-size office where, guys are, shirts over the mouths, people lying on the floor, people yelling.
Lying on the floor? What's that?
It's trying to escape the heat.
Oh, my God.
Everybody. The Shields call goes up. The shirts go over the face. People are having... what ends up being funny is when then there's like 6 guys in the room and the business is going on, but Tony blows a huge fart. So the Shields go up, but it's in the middle of a discussion. It's like, look, if we're going to send Tron guy out on a date, we need to bring the crew in that morning. And now, okay. I'm not arguing with you, Steve. I'm telling you that we need a DGA representative on site if we're going to, and it's like the same ridiculous, important, serious arguments going on, except for everyone doing it through their shirts now, but not acknowledging the fart anymore.
So half adult has 4-year-old.
All I'm saying is if these guys are doing this kind of damage in a large ventilated room, God help their old ladies underneath the comforter.
Well, not all of them wave the sheets.
No, they're all into it. And
these are very tolerant women.
My God. Oh my God.
Either that or like have a brain tumor, they can't smell anything.
Caused by the gas.
It could be.
Alicia?
Yes.
You're 24?
Yes.
What's happening, baby doll?
I am a diabetic, and I take insulin shots, and I've had it for about 14, almost 15 years now. And I have recently been talking to plastic surgeons requiring about breast implants.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple doctors tell me that I shouldn't even consider it or look into it any further because of the whole health risk and infection being more, harder for me to be cured from. So I just wanted your opinion on it.
Well, so just by way of education for people that don't really understand, diabetes can, if your blood sugar is not meticulously controlled, and diabetes is basically an abnormality of blood sugar control, you will have a harder time healing. And it's largely caused by the effect on the immune system and the vascular supply. Diabetes causes a disruption of the small blood vessels. It also makes your immune cells not work quite so well. So, yeah, Alicia, is it Alicia or Alicia?
It's actually Alicia, but I just go by Alicia. It's easier, yeah.
God love you, baby.
And interesting, she's the one I go to ask permission, ask the question. The rest of them will, to straighten you out.
Yeah. All right. Well, so what about it, Drew?
So, Alicia, it would be a bad idea. Obviously, it was much more prone to complications. Now, there's probably literature out there, medical literature, that documents what your risk is. How much more risky is it for a diabetic? Because I'm sure they've done it on diabetics, and I'm not familiar with that literature. I'm sure it's not great, but I'm sure it's not horrible either.
I mean, but if you're diabetic and you're disciplined,
and you're tightly controlled, well,
you're not some like a blues singer or something.
Yeah, but sometimes even a disciplined person can't get tight control. It's just in the nature of the disease. Are you a brittle diabetic, or are you able to maintain?
What's brittle?
I'm under much better care now. When I first got it, I wasn't doing very well with it at all. But
did you go through diabetic ketoacidosis a number of times? Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you're already somebody who you must have nerve damage, right, in your legs.
Right.
Okay, so you have diabetic neuropathy. You've been through DK a number of times. So that predicts that you already have a vascular problem. That you already have that from your teenage years of not doing your insulin properly.
Right.
And that puts you at extra high risk.
Okay, so I should just avoid it altogether and wear push-up bras.
Who cares? What's wrong? You're fine. You're 24. What do you want the big cans for? What are you looking for?
I wanted a good full C. I'm small, and I just am not happy with them. So.
You have a boyfriend?
No.
Are you? So you're looking?
Yeah.
Any prospects?
I wish, but no, he's not interested.
Who's the guy?
He's a friend.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. You've been into him for a while?
Yes.
And you've made your intentions clear?
Yes.
Anything physical go on between the two of you?
No.
All right. Well, at least he spared you that indignity.
Yeah.
All right. And this guy, how long have you known him?
For about a year now.
Adam, no matter what, come on.
No, he ain't coming around. But why does he say he's not interested?
Oh, Adam, don't do that.
I'm just
We've
curious.
completely jumped to different. Because we actually are roommates. We live together.
Oh
my God.
Oh, that's rough. And then
it's very sticky.
Oh, and then he brings a date home, and you're all pissy the next morning.
Why did you?
That hasn't happened yet, but
it's gonna.
Why did you put yourself in that position?
I just. In the last year, I kind of had some problems with my family, so I just had to move out.
You put yourself in that position because you assumed this was going to bring him around.
I was kind of hoping, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Alicia, this is a you're in a sort of crappy relationship Rubik's Cube here that's never really going to be worked out to your satisfaction.
Right.
You living with this guy's going to be frustrating, especially when he starts dating, and it's kind of unfair to him too because he starts seeing somebody, wants to bring him home or sleep over at their house. Then you're all weird over breakfast the next morning. It's not a good situation. Maybe you should get yourself out of it.
Yeah, trying on my hardest.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Don't get drunk either.
Yeah, no.
That's for that knock on the door. That's for that back of the finger knock.
Yeah.
Craig, can I come in? Just help me understand something.
No, that's a guy talking. They would not start with that.
All right, you be the chick then.
I'm not sure I can do it.
Yeah, well, the guy will eventually break down.
Yeah.
I mean, can often. It's like, just let me give you a BJ. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep the TV on. And my sweats
Especially
on.
if the woman starts touching.
That's
you know what I mean? That's it.
Drew, if I started touching her right now, there's nothing. We couldn't stop. You couldn't stop in front of Chris and everybody on the radio, wife listening. You couldn't stop. You're that passionate. All right, let's keep pushing ahead here. Oh, so sad. As a guy, you're used to being dumped on. You're used to unrequited love and all that kind of stuff. Because as a guy, by the way, you have all the time in the world. You're like, all right, well, I'll just get my business together and I'll get myself that sports car, and then don't worry, I'll nail some cocktail waitress. But chicks, I don't know why it becomes sad. I feel bad for them.
If the guy doesn't respond?
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. There's been a handful of times when I've had to tell the ladies not interested, and it always feels weird. Whereas women, I think, A, are used to it, B, society's used to it, and then C, guys are used to hearing it.
But I agree with you, they're not used to it. But first of all, we really do need to get women more used to that, because that is an area that women could step up to the plate a little bit. Yeah. And guys would be just fine with that, and the women would get more of what they want. But as a result, they're going to
You mean asking
guys out and being a little more aggressive. And as a result, though, they're going to get used to being turned down more. Mm-hmm. But the other thing is, though, women don't actually sort of let in the fact that they were let down. What they go to is, well, he must be gay then, or he has a girlfriend. I mean, they immediately start justifying.
They start getting angry at some chick who's a friend of his who's somehow they've poisoned him on her or something. And just please listen, women. If we're into you, there's nobody who can poison us
or stop us.
That's a bunch of Melrose Place fantasy BS. Yes. If we want to hump you, we're going to hump you. If we're into you, we're into you. If you flip our cookie, you flip our cookie. We don't care what our folks say. We don't care what our best friend, she's whispering in her ear. She said, no, are you kidding? Out the way, sweetie. I got some boning to do. No way. That's it. Mm-hmm. And if a guy says he ain't into you, he ain't into you.
He's not coming around.
Not there.
Now, he could say, I have a girlfriend. He could, those things like that are different than...
Yeah,
no.
Even then. Look out.
Even then, watch out. Yeah. But there are actually decent guys out there who would just not get embroiled in something that they would otherwise make themselves available for. You know what I mean?
Let's talk to Tabitha. Tabitha.
Hello.
You're 19?
Yes, I am.
What's up, baby doll?
Well, I've been listening to your show because I do every night while I'm at work, and I had a real problem with the comments you made to the 8-month-old, 17-year-old girl.
Drew.
No, I didn't make that comment.
Drew was very unkind, yes.
Oh, both of you were.
Oh, well, that's my job. He's a doctor. He should know better.
Yeah, well, I got pregnant at 17 myself, and I'm a single mom. I go to school full-time, I work full-time, and I'm raising my son on my own, and I'm doing a damn good job.
Hold on a second. First off, let me just do some math here for everybody.
Yeah.
I go to school full-time. And let me explain the concept of full-time.
Not doing anything else.
Full-time is full.
Not doing anything else. And I work full-time.
And I take care of the child alone.
Those things do not all go together. That's not possible.
Unless you're taking the kid to class and to work with you.
And that's still not doing a good job of parenting. That child's, particularly under 1, needs focused attention at least 60% of the day.
Andrew, let me explain what my concept of full-time work is. It would be at least 8 hours a day of work.
Yes.
Then you tack on another hour of lunch and maybe another hour or so of commute, and that takes you out of the house at least 10 hours out of the day.
Even if you put them both at halftime.
No, full-time, Drew.
But even if you called them full-time when they were halftime, it still can't do your parenting job then. So somebody else is doing the parenting.
No, I do my parenting job. I work at night. I work 9 hours when you include my lunch, which starts at 10, and my son goes to bed at 9:30. And I work, my job is 5 minutes away, well, about 10 minutes when you're out of traffic. So and I go to school 15 hours a week, which is 12 credits, considered full-time, 1 hour per class. And I have my son with me all the time, and when I'm at work, he's with my parents, sleeping.
Right. So you come home from work at what time?
I get home from work at around 5 a.m. I get off at 4:30, so I get home around 5. And I go to sleep, and he gets up at about 8 o'clock when I get up. And if I'm lucky, I get a couple hours of sleep before work the next day.
You sleep 3 hours a night?
Pretty much average.
No way.
Yeah, that's average.
Listen, you're not Ben Franklin. Believe me, you're not sleeping. You don't average 3 hours a night. Never met a chick who can do under 14. Never met her. All right, where are you working?
I work for a security company.
Okay, but listen, Tabitha, first off, you're a rare exception, and secondly, you working full-time and going to school full-time still takes you away from your child more than a child should have. I mean, a child should have his mother there, not going to school full-time.
One of the primary parents.
And not working full-time.
Yeah. There's a book out there called the Two-Thirds Solution.
Hold on. You're doing everything you can, but you're sort of making our point in the sense that we're saying 17-year-olds aren't good moms because, yeah, you're still going to school. Yeah, you're still working. There's a bunch of stuff you got to do. By the way, you have to work because there's no more income, and you're ambitious. I mean, God bless you. You're ambitious. You're going to school full-time. But all this stuff, if you put it in your rearview mirror and had the kid at 27, the kid would get your full attention. You'd be sitting home with your husband, your degree, your savings, your 401k plan, and your kid.
And there's a book out there called The Two-Thirds Solution by a guy named Greenspan that talks about the amount of time that kids need from their parents. And really the most important thing that Tabitha would need would be another primary caretaker. Now, maybe that's her mom or something, but let's be clear. She has that other primary caretaker, and that's why she can do it. It's not because she's a good parent, it's because somebody else is helping her out.
Tabitha is doing the best
yeoman's job with
what she's got.
Yeah, she's doing a great job, by the way.
The kid would have a better life if you spat the kid out when you were 25 and not 17.
And I think
that's what we're saying.
think the point, by the way, we were making originally was that we would have been more capable of raising a raccoon or a chipmunk or something than a human at 17.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even now. We'll take a quick break.
That's a good point.
We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Boy, I'll tell you, producer Ann has really knocked herself out over the next 3 weeks. Over here, we got Sarah Silverman, dear friend. Dean Cain coming in, dear friend. Rich Eisen from NFL coming in. Korn is coming in. They haven't been in a while. Good to see them. Interpol in here. Seth MacFarlane from The Family Guy. Drew, get the ass-looking tongue out and get ready.
What the deuce?
Oh, we got Kate coming in here. Jeff Probst from Survivor. Watching.
Why did he do that?
New Survivor, by the way.
Is what the deuce a bad word?
I have no idea what Anderson's
made like
doing.
He was breaking me out. All right.
Just the language was getting a little rough.
Here's my
I'm looking at TV right now. That was weird.
All right, what is Anderson?
Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
What's going on?
As I was talking to you, Adam, your face was on TV for Fox Sports Net.
Okay.
Was?
Yeah. And you're always on those things.
Oh, what is that? That's
Sports List. Yeah.
Oh, a Sports List. That's right.
I'm always turning the TV off in the background.
Thanks, buddy. Should I have said thanks or should I be angry?
Yeah, keep going.
There's the point.
Kate coming in, Jeff Probst.
Yeah, Survivor. I just finished that. Okay. That's right. Watching the new Survivor. Always enjoy that. Enjoy Jeff. Jeff, by the way, one of these guys you think you're not going to like,
nice
but a good guy.
Really good guy.
Yeah. Seems like an a-hole on the show. But, someone's got to be the boss. Good show. All right. You ready to rock here, Drew?
There you go.
Let's talk to Michael, who's 23. Michael?
What's going on?
What's happening, brada?
Oh, dude, just hurting.
What's happening? What's hurting?
Well, okay, me and my girlfriend were having sex last night, and upon going in, it was getting a little rough, and I'm uncircumcised, and we're going, and it's kind of hurting, but, nothing, it kind of hurts every now and then.
Forget it. Stop. Yeah, it's bogus. It's bogus. It's bogus. Completely bogus. But
it's full of crap.
But what he's describing, I will go ahead and comment on, is that he says he's tearing the foreskin. Mm-hmm. It either can tear at the point at which it's sort of stuck to the penis or actually at the tip of it. Mm-hmm. In other words, either the frenulum or actually
the frenulum, and by the way, you have one of those under your tongue, too.
Yeah.
Where else do you have frenulum? In between what's in between your nostrils? You got anything around your nose?
No, you can take your fingers out of your nostrils.
Can you do that?
That's your septum.
That's your septum.
It's a little different.
Well, any other frenulums? Frenulum's basically that little webbing of skin that attaches your tongue. Yeah. And you got the one in the penis, you got the one in the dork, you got one in the mouth. By the way, one day ours will meet, Drew.
Your tongue frenulum and mine?
Yeah, my downstairs frenulum and your penthouse frenulum.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they will meet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
What, am I going to be a corpse or something? Is that what's going to happen?
Mark my words, my friend. They will meet. Yes, Drew.
Yes, Adam. So you can tear that. You
can tear the frenulum,
or you can just tear the foreskin.
No, because the opening can get kind of small.
Yeah, and in either case, it's not a good thing.
Keep the maintenance. Pull it back. Hit it with a little.
Stretch it out a little bit, but that's the reason people do circumcisions.
A little carnauba wax.
Any kind of moisturizing.
Well, yeah. What do you think? What about vitamin E, Vaseline?
You just got to keep
it supple. Keep it flexible.
But look, that's the reason people have circumcisions, is that's not an uncommon injury. And if you start tearing it, it tends to scar down and close the hole up a little even more and make for more tearing.
Right. Except for there's more people who are that way than there are people who aren't that way.
Right.
And the world seems to work fine.
Did you get that Michael was bogus, same way I did?
I was. I have three categories on this show. I have actual caller, bogus, and then the in-between, which is could be bogus, could be a jackass, could be a blowhard, don't care.
Yeah.
Just going to cut him off like he's bogus.
Okay. All right.
And especially since he has a very common question, and we don't need him to answer it.
Yep.
Thank you. Tammy?
Yes?
You're 27?
Yes?
What's up, baby doll?
Well, I've been married 4 years. I've been with my husband 7, and my husband does not come.
Never.
He has probably came in the last 7 years, I would say 10 times.
Oh, that must have been big.
Well, he does when he's, taking care of himself.
Oh, he does.
Of course.
Yeah. It's just not with me.
Does he ever do that with you present?
Well, like a few years back, he did. So I know he can. And, I mean, we're pretty open, He tells me that he, takes care of himself. And, pretty regularly, like on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. So it's not that he can't come, it's that he can't do anything with you.
By the way,
exactly.
At a certain point, doesn't this become insulting?
Yes. Especially, I'm trying to get pregnant and just not working out.
Yeesh.
Well, here's the thing, Tammy. And by the way, God bless you. You sound like you're very flexible on this subject.
Reasonably comfortable.
You big guy?
Yeah.
You big?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. The reason I ask is this is the attitude of a big gal. Hot chick don't stand for hubby beating off. Well, he's beating off once a day. He can't produce anything with me. I'm trying to get pregnant.
How dare you?
He's up front with it. By the way, you don't just lay that kind of stuff on hot chicks. Hey, sweetie, take the tight ass and the big jugs and take them in the kitchen and finish beating off in here, please.
She's going to get some other sperm.
Yeah. This is, by the way, this is big ass meets crappy dad.
Yeah.
Tammy?
Uh-huh. My husband's a big guy, too.
Okay. How's your dad?
My dad?
Yeah, your dad.
He's a big guy.
No. What kind of guy was he growing up?
He wasn't around much, but we have a great relationship now.
Oh, well, that's all that counts.
All right, but he wasn't around. Why wasn't he around much?
He was a loser,
A loser?
Just one of those guys that just was too busy screwing around, so...
Yeah, okay, you're very forgiving on your, sort of deadbeat absentee father who was basically screwing around on your mom.
Why do you have to?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to. I just felt like, that part of my life is over, and I'm trying to, make things
fine,
better.
But it's part of it's laid the groundwork for you putting up with more than you should put up with your current relationship.
Right.
You think so?
Absolutely.
How do you think? Well, A,
why did we come to that?
I knew you had a bad dad. I knew you had a big ass. All based on this problem.
Okay.
All right. So, and listen, everybody. Everyone listens to, well, why do you always say? You always say. No, and first off, we don't always say. Like, I'm not saying you were sexually abused or physically abused. I just know this is the work of someone who had a dad who made them feel like crap.
Right.
And this is what you do to little girls when you leave. You don't have to hang out and beat them. You just let them know that they're worth nothing, and I'll be gone, and you mean nothing to me, and that screws up their self-esteem.
Yeah. I don't I really don't feel like I have a self-esteem issue. I have totally, I'm a hot, big chick, and I'm not big. I'm, just thick. You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem. I have no problem getting guys.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that means big rack.
No, not even.
Oh.
Average.
Okay. What do you come? Let's get some
It's the
dimensions.
personality, I think.
I think
I don't
that's
know.
what it is.
I
Yeah.
have
Guys are very much.
Guys see that personality coming into the bar. They know. They're turned on. Okay. Now hold on. Hold on. Oh, and Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy. Tammy.
Uh-huh.
How tall are you? Then we're going to tell you
5'5".
what. 5'5". We'll tell you what to do with your man after this. And how much do you weigh, approximately?
180.
180. All right, hold on. Let me do some
5'5",
quick.
did you say?
5'5",
Okay.
180.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of radio math here. 5'5", 180. Get rid of 5. Drew, what is 2 times 4?
8.
Okay, that's 8. Okay. And 8 and 3 is?
11. Square root of 16.
11. Square root of 16 is, Chris, you know what that is? 4. What is that?
Yeah, good. Chris said it.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So square root of 16 is 4, and then 4 plus 1?
5.
Okay. All right, and let's get back to Tammy here. I got 5'3" and 13/16, 192.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Tammy? It's okay. All right. Now, your husband does not orgasm with you or rarely does. Is that through intercourse? Would he have an orgasm through oral sex?
He says yes, but he says, see, his thing is that he says I never go long enough.
You never go long enough.
You never. So he would eventually.
And
That's what he says. But, you know,
Gets guys
his
at the bars.
reality is, like, he wants me to, sit on his, for an hour, 2 hours. And, after a while, it gets, not only tiresome, but hurtful.
Well, for him, too, I would imagine.
I would imagine.
Here's the thing, Tammy. He needs to quit beating off so much.
Yeah.
If you guys are going to try to have a kid.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And so the first thing it needs to be, and I never thought I'd have these words pass my lips, but it's not okay for him to beat off as much as he's beating off, especially if he's not taking care of you and not having an orgasm with you, and especially if he's trying to plant some seed in you. So why don't you tell him Drew said he had to curtail his beating off.
Well, you said those words. You're going to have to go wash your mouth out.
Yeah, I am. And the other thing is so at the end of a long week of not masturbating, he then gets to have sex with you and has to produce.
He will.
Try that.
Yeah.
And don't be so lenient with him.
Yeah. You
I think absentee dad mixed with big calves has made her very lenient with guys.
And your esteem may be okay, but it certainly seems impaired in relation to what you take from men.
Right.
Or what you expect from men.
Right. Yeah, for someone to feel so good about themselves, you shouldn't be being treated like ass.
Right.
Thank you. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Drew.
Yeah.
You watched the Emmys tonight?
No. Did
I
you?
didn't. Well, I watched a little bit of it.
And?
Well, I saw Jimmy Kimmel on there with Ty Pennington.
Nice.
My arch nemesis.
Uh-huh.
And I saw when Jon Stewart won the Emmy.
Oh, good.
For The Daily Show. He saw him stand up and hug my agent.
Oh, that's nice.
Who happens to be his agent.
Yeah.
And thanked him out there. So
nice.
James Baby Doll Dixon was very excited to have that. And those are the highlights for me.
That's nice.
I like Gary Shandling, too. I like Gary Shandling because he doesn't work that hard, and I kind of like his relaxed pace.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the world's funniest guy.
Smart.
But he is smart,
Yeah.
and he is funny, and I'd rather have a guy sort of err on the side of relaxed.
Right.
And, sort of confident
Yeah,
pace. Not ta-da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley,
Yeah.
you're 16?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Every time I have sex, I skip a period.
You bleed every time you have sex.
No, I skip a period.
Skip a period.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's interesting.
Which one? Homeroom?
No.
Yeah.
Study hall. Study hall.
That's high school. That's high school humor, Drew.
That's good, Em.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, man. Voted by a 16-year-old.
That's right.
Hey.
Ashley, I don't know why that is. That's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Some people say that the anxiety about possibly getting pregnant will sometimes, in some cases, cause women to skip a period.
You know what? That's what I was thinking.
Are you super freaked out about being pregnant?
No, I think it could be like I haven't told my mom yet that I lost my virginity.
Yeah.
Oh, hold
I know, it was
on.
about a year ago.
Chief Running Bear's out.
Oh, Ashley, what good fortune. Chief Running Bear is right outside the door.
He's an OBGYN. He's from the Choctaw Reservation.
He only speaks, was that a Navajo dialect? Or
I'm not sure.
And I'll translate this for you, Ashley. He's going to come in. He's going to tell you how to tell your mom. First of all, why you'd be skipping your period. Secondly, how to tell your mom about. Oh, Chief, here you go. It's good to see you again. Pleasure. He has to say a prayer, Ashley, over the road. He's asking forgiveness for anything that might go on this evening. No. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Chief. Wait, Chief. I'd like it to rain too, but we got to just stay with the prayer in the room here and over our callers. And yes, Chris. You know what that means now. You know what that means, yes? Coffee. With milk. Right now. Okay. So, Chief, Ashley has had sex 4 times, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. No S, I think he said. And each time she has sex, she skips her period.
Hey, I know.
Yes, she does. She has intercourse. The penis goes actually in the vagina. No hymen. No. So if he was just mentioning that sometimes he has to rupture the membrane, the hymen membrane for some women. He also, I think, said that if you were his daughter. He would kill himself. He would commit Harry Carey. Yes, and then he'd pray to God. Praise God that this doesn't happen to his daughter. Okay, Chief, it's okay. Don't get too upset about this. So, and the other thing, Chief, is what should Ashley tell her mom about this? So just have a. You lost me a little bit in that, but. So he just says, bring it up with your mom, just matter of factly. And because, Chief, think about it. If your daughter were to bring this up with you, just matter of fact. I beg your pardon. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean your daughter's actually engaged in this kind of activity. But she big. She got his chief. Yeah, his chief is saying his daughter.
Hefty squaw.
Hefty squaw, exactly. Okay.
Big, maybe.
Good for Chris. Yeah, good for Chris. Chris, that's good for you.
Living deepy for many moons. Time to move. Yes?
Yes, Chris spent many moons in with his mom's and dad's teeth. No, mom's teeth, because his mom needs him. He's actually a good boy. He stays behind and supports his mom, takes care of him.
Chris making no wampum.
It makes $10 an hour. In a wampum, that's big money. And yes.
No wampum.
Let's move on.
Okay, so Ashley, so she should just bring this up with her mom. Just bring it up. And Ashley.
Yeah.
Chief was wondering if your mom has had conversations with you about sexual activity.
Oh, definitely. She started talking to me about my period and everything, like very young. I was like in 2nd grade, and
2nd grade talking about the period. That's interesting.
Yeah. That could be disturbing a little bit. But
was it disturbing?
No, a little bit. It didn't really. Makes sense to me.
Chief he's using a little bit of sign language. He doesn't know we're on the radio, I guess. But he said, "Where's your dad?"
Well, that's a long story, but the father figure who raised me lives in Florida, and I haven't talked to him for about 4 years.
Yeah, Seminole.
So yes, yes. Also Creeks. Creek and Seminole, of course. Okay, so we do think Chief is saying that it is important that you bring it up with your mom, and she's your only parent right now, so it's important that you do bring this up with her, and maybe she get yours some birth control.
Father, Florida. Oh shit! Heart attack.
Yeah, your father may lose it when he finds out about this.
No,
so.
no, check.
The chief. I'm sorry, beg your pardon. The chief nearly. I had to pick him off the floor when you said that your father had left and is in Florida because that's so shocking. 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 He's shocked. Florida. Florida. Shocked. I know a deadbeat dad in Florida. Shocking. How dare I speak of such a thing about a deadbeat dad? Florida.
Knock Chief over with headdress. Hey, Chief.
Okay, Chief, thank you very much. I know you've helped out.
Hey, Chief. What?
Chris.
No more coffee.
No. What do you mean no more coffee? I'm just translating for him. See?
All right, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. He was good tonight. Chief was
good.
Oh, very helpful.
Seemed angry when I saw him in the hall.
Yeah, a couple things went on. Chris
didn't give him coffee.
Never gets him coffee. I don't know quite what that's all about. Secondly, we had a little sort of a mini Germany or Florida, and the chief was outraged that a deadbeat dad would end up in Florida.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of reservations over there, or what is this, reservation?
No, the Seminoles were sort of wiped out, I think.
Oh, okay.
By,
yeah.
Andrew
all right.
Jackson
Well, they got a college football team out of it.
Yeah.
And secondly, big daughter. You seen her? A lot of buckskin on that.
He mentioned that she was
down the hall.
Yeah. Oh, she's here.
She's waiting for Chris.
Oh, yeah. Chris, that's good.
She's got big cheeks.
You're not talking about her face, though, right?
No. All right, should we take a little break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah. Well, that's the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Dear friend and funny woman, Sarah Silverman, in tomorrow night. And so, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying, mahalo.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, man. Moted by a 16-year-old.
That's right.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.